Hello everyone, very good morning to all of you. This is your storytelling class. So, this is not a class to learn anything, this is just a class to enjoy, right? I am your Mo ma'am. I will be taking your story classes, right? So, let's start with an interesting story. I hope you all will like it. Shubho Navabarsho to all of you. Before starting the story, I want to wish you all Shubho Navabarsho. I would like to know how are you all. Hope you all are absolutely fine and keeping good health. Right? Alright. So, Little Red Riding Hood. The name of the story is. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in a village near a forest. Whenever she went out, she wore a red riding cloak with a hood. Everyone in the village called her Little Red Riding Hood. One morning, she asked her mother, "Mother, can I visit Granny tomorrow?" Mother said, "Of course you can. You can also take some cake for her." "Thank you, Mother." Little Red Riding Hood was so happy to hear that. "You must be very careful as you walk through the forest," the mother said. "Do not stop to pluck flowers and do not talk to strangers." So the mother warned Little Red Riding Hood not to talk to any stranger and not to stop in the woods to pick any flower. "I won't, Mother," she promised. "Here are some fruits and cake for Granny." "Thank you, Mother. Bye." This is what Little Red Riding Hood said before leaving. As Little Red Riding Hood walked through the forest, she saw some lovely flowers growing around. She forgot what her mother had said. "Oh, what a beautiful flower that one is. I will pick some for Granny," she thought. She thought that she will go and pick some flowers for Granny. A wolf saw Red Riding Hood as she was picking the flowers. The wolf thought of a plan. He went to the little girl and asked, "Where are you going, little girl?" "I'm going to visit Granny Wolf. She lives at the edge of the forest. I must hurry now, Mr. Wolf." "Bye, little girl," the wolf said. The wolf ran through the forest and reached Granny's house before Red Riding Hood. He knocked softly at the door. As soon as Granny answered the door, the wolf got into and locked her in the cupboard. That is, the wolf locked Granny in the cupboard. He then dressed himself in Granny's clothes and jumped into the bed. Why? Because he knew that the Little Red Riding Hood was coming. She was on her way. He pulled the covers over his body. A few minutes later, the Little Red Riding Hood arrived. What happened? "Oh, Granny, you look so different. What big eyes you have." "All the better to see you," the wolf replied. "What big ears you have." "All the better to hear you," the wolf replied. "Granny, what big claws you have." "All the better to catch you." Grrr! That is, the wolf made the sound. A woodcutter was passing by. He heard Red Riding Hood scream and ran in. That is, Red Riding Hood was shouting in fear that otherwise the wolf would have eaten her. "Help, help, help. That little girl looked scared. I must help her." Who thought? The woodcutter. The woodcutter grabbed the wolf and dragged him out of the house. "Now I have caught you, you big bad wolf. I will leave you in a place where you will not be able to harm anybody." Red Riding Hood thanked the woodcutter and let Granny out of the cupboard. "Help, help, somebody, let me out of here." "Oh, Granny, I was so scared. Thank goodness, the kind woodcutter saved me. I will never stop in the forest alone, Granny, I promise you that. There, my child, you have learned an important lesson. That is, we should always listen to our elders. Little Red Riding Hood's mother has asked her not to stop in the woods and not to talk to any strangers, but she did, and she landed into trouble. So what lesson do we learn from this story? The moral of the story is we should listen to our elders and not talk to any stranger, because we don't know what intentions he or she must be having behind talking to us. Right? I hope you all enjoyed the story. See you in the next class, next story class. Till then, stay home, stay safe, stay blessed. Take good care of yourself and the members of your family. Bye-bye.